What's going on, fellas? Jimothy Spyder, as always, joined by my partner, LeRoy Cannonball. 7-point game out here in Dallas. Let the folks at home know exactly how we got to this point, big guy. Giants get first blood with a 1-yard touchdown reception from the rookie Roman Matthews. But this kid out in Dallas has a little bit more showmanship. Tony Hudick showing off the deep, intimate connection he has with CeeDee Lamb. Nice user cutting right. 48-yard touchdown. Hudick, that's a very interesting name. I'm sure he's asking everybody out in New York, who is that? New York gets a field goal on their next drive, going up 3. Now Dallas way backed up, 3rd and 18. Hudick, quick read to the butt-naked Zeke Elliott, gonna fight, gonna push, and he's short. Cannonball, 4th and inches. And that play obviously gave them enough confidence to come out here. They're not even faking it on their own 35. They're lining up on offense. Another quick ball to CT. Corey Thompson getting just enough to continue the drive. Bad news for Dallas fans, though, as they stall out again, this time at least able to get 3. And a quick note for the big guy, his name is Kerry Thompson, not Corey Thompson. Do a little bit more of your pregame, and we won't run into situations like this. Pregame? I'm the one holding up this show week after week, putting it on my back, single-handedly trying to make this thing happen. You're talking about pregame, and how about a strip sack from R. Mathis? I remember looking at the name in my pregame because I do my job, Spyder, and I'm like, by God, Robert Mathis is still playing? No, that's that boy out of Penn State, the rookie, Raheem Mathis, twisting the tide. 2 plays later, Giants defense trying to hold strong, trying to keep Dallas out of the end zone. And how about another touchdown pass for Hudick? This one to Tyrell Whiting, jerking and jiving, gyrating down on the field, catching a go-ahead score and putting on a show in more than one way. Last highlight we prepared for you guys, and it's a doozy. Go ahead and guess at home, is it user or loser? And it's all user, not to mention, it's the young man out there, J-Ron Gypsy's Curse. Not to be confused with the longtime NFL player, Javon Curse. He's doing a little bit of dancing down there too. All right, all caught up now, able to continue on. Dallas was not able to get points off that turnover, but at least they did stop a driving New York team, get into the coaches very quickly. And it's 2 coaches that are no strangers to broadcast football. McMurray leading this Cowboys squad. We saw them beat Detroit and DJ Jazzy Jeff in the wild card round of the playoffs last season. And out here in the Giants, hold on, CeeDee Lamb's got nobody in front of him. Poole's trying his best to chase him down. He's not going to have enough gas. This is an opening score, second half touchdown for Dallas and Coach McMurray. Ow! Choosing to press CeeDee Lamb with no safety help is certainly a decision. And hopefully for Coach Nightblade and these New York Giants, it's not a decision he makes repeatedly. And Coach Nightblade has probably had it toughest out of all of the coaches in the NEFL when it comes to broadcast. He's lost a Super Bowl. He's lost an NFC Championship game. He's finding an open McClendon. That's a nice chunk to start this drive. We're at midfield. Barkley bottled up on first down, now 2nd and 10. Tremendous protection. Metcalf getting hit as he throws, and it'll be incomplete, bringing up 3rd and long. New York and that quarterback, Christian Metcalf, coming off an amazing rookie campaign. He tossed 58 touchdowns. And this dude could be the next big thing. He probably already is. And look at this dot. To the sidelines. That's to McCringleberry down there. Shout out to Key and Peele for foretelling this young man's career. Hingle McCringleberry. They Nostradamus that one, Spyder. 1st and 10 from the 15. Metcalf. Ball to nobody. This one trying to connect with McCringleberry again. And let me tell you, if that dude doesn't get a serial sponsorship, his agents just start selling insurance and said it basically writes itself. Inside zone to Saquon. Huge hole. He's going to barrel over a man, and he's in. Back to a 1-score game. 27 total points scored in the first 16 minutes. And now 14 have been scored in the first 90 seconds. Go figure. 2 yards from Zeke on first down. Now Hudick out in the shotgun, Whiting in motion. Quick throw to Michael Gallup, just his 2nd catch of the game, but good enough to move the chains. Now 1st and 10, handoff to the Michigan man, Brenton Bullard zipping to the outside. 17-yard tote for the Rook. Cowboys another 2nd and 8 after a short play on first down. Play action, Raheem the Dream Mathis coming in off the outside. Already saw him affecting the game in a big way in the first half. And Hudick somehow gets rid of that ball. He was dead to rights back there. 3rd down, Hudick. Whiting holds on Lot of contact on that play. Big, strong arms hauls that one in. And that's one of those where you got to thank your workout process, all the curls you did, all the push-ups. Heck, even if you end up with a heavier set lady and you pick her up from time to time, that helps in situations like that. 1st and 10 after that clutch 3rd down catch, some misdirection, and a gaping gap for Elliott to groove through. Hudick giving the stretch to Elliott, bouncing this outside, one man to beat Spyder, and he okey-doked him. Look at the stick work from Coach McMurray. You see Coach Nightblade clicked on a little bit late there, but I don't think it would have helped at all. It's just a perfect juke. And that's going to put Dallas back up 14. Don't think we've mentioned it yet, but this is a Week 2 game. Stakes aren't super high, but at the same time, it's a divisional game. I made that mistake early on in my career a couple times, thinking, it's just Week 3, I can go out and booze and get back in the game. Hold on, a bomb to Hill, hauling it in on the sidelines. Metcalf and Coach Nightblade, no problem stretching the field. I know they're down 2 scores, but the game never feels over when you got an offense as explosive as this New York Giants team. Again, the kid almost tossed 60 touchdowns last year. Can't count him out. Metcalf, another pass dialed up here, hit as he throws, but a great recovery from Nightblade and Matthews down there. Yeah, Coach Nightblade, the click on king, clicks on and saves this because God knows the computer wouldn't have done diddly poo on this play. Another 1st down, Metcalf sailing a ball a little bit, can't seem to connect with McCringleberry after that big play last drive. Yeah, I don't know if it's an accuracy thing or if he just thinks McCringleberry's a little bit faster than he actually is. But he keeps on missing, and Barkley's going to get a great run here on 2nd and long. But he's been held down for the most part, 10 rushes, 40 yards. Got the touchdown on his resume, but that's not doing much for you down 14. Now Metcalf, a lot of time, and there it is to McCringleberry, who inexplicably falls backwards. I'm not sure if it's an animation thing. Either way, it's 4th and inches, and Coach Nightblade is going to go for it here. Quick handoff to Barkley, getting just enough. And what a sequence that was. Now let's go back to the other play. This ball looked like it was completely on target, but McCringleberry starts coming backwards for it. Yeah, and he seems to understand that he's behind the sticks here. He's fighting, he's battling, he's got 3 Cowboys down there just stomping him out. And it's a really good, albeit an awkward play from the Dallas defense, but then giving up the short run on Barkley kind of doesn't mean much anymore. Another drop back from Metcalf, seam ball, McClendon, touchdown. A lot of mix on this team, Cannonball. I don't know if we're exactly allowed to say the word Mick. Isn't that like a slur against Irish people? Either way, Giants answer, 7-point game, and the Cowboys take this out and get a horrible return. That's going to build even more on this Giants momentum. And maybe the crowd will start getting involved at this point. 10 minutes left. They need to try to affect this Dallas offense because it's been borderline unstoppable. Hudick, throw on 1st down, little bit far. Might have been a pick if Lamb doesn't get his hands on that ball. Just getting back to what I was saying earlier, yeah, some nights I'd go out, I would do all the booze, I would do all the drugs, I'd do all the big women that we mentioned earlier, another ball, kind of in traffic. And Raheem Mathis is coming out with an injury timeout. That's a big loss for these Giants if he can't find his way back in this ballgame. But I would do all that stuff saying, look, it's week 4, who cares? And guess what? We end up missing the playoffs later on in the year. If only we would have had that win in week 4. So you got to take every game seriously, doubly for division games. Doesn't matter that it's week 2. Put all that away. And to speak more in the present, make a play here on 3rd and 10. Hudick from the gun, another ball. Michael Gallup beat his man off the line. And I'm not so sure that he beat him off the line. It looked more like a pick, or actually that the defender looks to have been rubbed by his own teammate there. And this this sentence is going all the way wrong. First we're saying beat a man off. Now he's getting rubbed by his teammate. This is turning into a steamy episode, Spyder. Another stretch to Elliott. Lot of space to the outside. He's been running a lot more at will than Saquon. Getting 6 a carry in that stretch mostly is where all the yards have been coming from. Less than a minute left in the third. Dallas trying to build on this lead. Hudick, what a dot out of Coach McMurray. That's CeeDee Lamb down there, and we've seen McMurray do this many times. He's got dots, Spyder, and this is a throw not for the faint of heart. Nightblade just barely out of position on that play. Almost made a great user play, but just an even better throw out of McMurray. Elliott getting stood up here on first. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. 8 minutes left here, folks. Got a good one. Lot of offense in this third quarter. See if the fourth quarter will be just as exciting. And Hudick, I know you're a young guy, and you got to know, you got to play smart here. You got to get at least 3 off this drive. Push the lead to 2 possessions. Take care of the football. And you did well on second down, and now you got a very manageable 3rd and 4. Still no word on if Raheem Mathis is coming back in this football game. We might have missed that. Should get a sideline reporter, one of those little cuties that's always on the sideline. Hudick looking for a man. This one covered. McAllister with the pick. We've brought up how many Micks are on this team and some diving tackles. Finally bringing him down at the 40. K. McAllister, in my mind, in Spyder and Cannonball lore, that's Kevin McAllister. What a turn he's taken. A big int on broadcast. Now playing in the NEFL after a very unique childhood. Remember, he put the screws to a couple of cat burglars in probably the most publicized home invasion case that has ever been covered. Spyder, the way you're speaking about that, kind of seems like you think that the movie Home Alone is a documentary and not just a family-friendly comedy. How about a moonball down here to McClendon? Strong-armed again. Both these teams playing with very strong arms, hauling this down in double coverage. Down at the 1. And we are inches away from a tie ball game. Great read, great throw from the second-year superstar, Christian Metcalf. Looks like we got a run dialed up here, Cannonball. Everybody tight on that line. It's going to be a sneak. Metcalf untouched. So notch a rushing touchdown to his career totals as the kicker Bass ties this one up. 7 minutes remaining. And can I just say, I love the call from Coach. You know, a lot of the time as play callers, we make things tough on ourselves. Why not just sneak it in? At least try it on first down. See if we can get an easy score. That's exactly what they do. And sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one. Screaming in. This is going to be a sack, a very short one. Eric Kendricks. Was it a design? It looked kind of like a hesitation move. Gets back there nonetheless. Never mind, watching on replay, he's coming all the way in from the beginning. Don't know what I'm looking at in real time. 2nd and 12 now. Another ball for Elliott. Kind of a bad user. Diving through, and that's what gave him the space to get the first down there. And, you know, we talk a lot about users on this channel. It reminds me of the Wreck-It Ralph line. You know, you're a bad guy. That doesn't make you a bad guy. That's kind of like you had a bad user. That doesn't make you a bad user. You can't make every play. 1st and 10. Another quick throw to Elliott. User a little bit out of position. And could Coach Nightblade be being exposed right now? Oh, I could tell that you weren't paying attention to what I just said, because no, probably not. Keep testing the user and you're going to get burned. That goes for both of these coaches. Usually going to have to stay away from their user defender if you're going to have success. It's another quick ball, but Gallup dropped it. What happened to those strong arms, buddy? 2nd and 10, looking like another pass dialed up. Hudick, a quick ball, and again testing Nightblade's user in a way. But is it really testing if they're slightly out of position? I don't know. Out of the plays that we've seen where he goes after the user, I would say that's mostly a test. That's very close ball. And he's definitely taking stock in where Nightblade is on the field. Kind of going after him in a way. It's a quick one to Thompson. Not going to get much. But they are in field goal range here, Spyder. Haven't seen any field goals taken here in the second half. Just been, you know, the greatest show on turf for both teams, kind of feels like. So much offense, not a ton of defense. Now Hudick from 2nd and 6. Back to Thompson again. And that was Kevin McAllister administering violence at the end of that one. Yeah, what a game this kid McAllister is having. Got the huge pick. Now laying wood on opponents. I mean, you love to see it as a defensive guy. 3rd and inches, bringing everybody in. Michael Gallup. I don't know if the move is to bring everybody against McMurray. You know, he's been dotting a lot on these shorter throws. If you kind of look at the overall scheme, yeah, he's throwing it deep here and there, but a lot of these throws have been near the line of scrimmage, just quick reads. And, you know, as a defensive play caller, you don't want to help that by bringing a lot of blitzes because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for his hot guys. Now another ball to the halfback in the flat. That's Bullard. He gets hit hard. And they're 5 yards away from pay dirt with 3 minutes left in this one. Now Hudick off play action, and it's run to perfection. What a play call down here. I love the misdirection. And the question that's on everybody's mind is, does New York have another answer? It was an absolute textbook drive, 10 plays, almost 80 yards, took 4 minutes off the clock. Both teams have all their timeouts. Now Jones getting here, nice cut back inside. Looked like he had even more space, but taken down at the 30. After Barkley gets denied, 2nd and 9, Metcalf now play fake. Lot of time back there, thrown late. This is a late ball, trying to force it to McAllister. A woozle. Don't even know what name that is, taking a shot at the end, but holy cow, what a mistake here. In crunch time from Nightblade. Yeah, and you called it right. This ball was thrown like kind of late, but at the same time, Matthews kind of just gives up on the route at the end. Maybe you could say it should have been lofted over the top as Matthews is trying to cross Awuzi's face. Because if he keeps running, he's got the angle. That's going to be a tutty or at least a big play. Getting stopped on first. And Giants, you're going to need a lot of help. You're going to need a missed field goal. Most likely going to need a turnover as a 2-minute warning shoots off. Coach McMurray and Hudick trying to ice this game in New York. Another handoff to Elliott. And a great play from the CPU there. Great tracking. Because if Elliott gets past him, he probably gets 6. He's going to at least get the first down, of course, which would have been crucial. 3rd and 7, you're kind of in a bind here. We talked about sending blitzes against McMurray, at least in this specific scheme. He's trying to dot short, so it's kind of like, what do? He's going to just hand off here. Oh, Spyder. And I know he's fired up on the other end of that controller. Oh, daddy. That is one of the more fortunate trip-ups I've ever seen. He's going to for sure get the first. He has one man to beat to the end zone. It's an early dive out of Nightblade, and that's got to be a heartbreaker because you almost never see a play like that happen. And that probably should be enough, unless there's just some huge meltdown here. You're up 10 points, less than 90 seconds. New York only has 2 of their timeouts, and he's going to sit on his bottom there out there. I've never seen a kneel like that before. A lot of things we've never seen out here in this game, Spyder. Metcalf coming to the line, coming off of that huge pick. Another play fake, and another shot deep into double coverage. It's almost hauled in. Batted out at the last second. Javon Kinlaw coming out with an injury. Dallas forced to play without a pretty good defensive lineman. 2nd and 10, and we got to dot sidelines here. We got to preserve time. We're going to need those timeouts later. Metcalf, a picture-perfect pocket. Heave-ho to McClendon, who comes down with this one, and he's still up, Spyder. Getting out of bounds. And that was a click-on at the end. You have to wonder if that affects it. If it's CPU versus CPU, you see that ball broken up a lot. I wonder if the click-on helped. It certainly didn't hurt. Giants still alive, yet another play fake. Metcalf looking for the end zone, looking for McCringleberry. He's got it! And McCringleberry, what a weapon to have for your team. Going back to the serial thing, I could definitely see that. Oops, all McCringleberries. Oops, all touchdowns. That's all he's been today. He's been a machine out there. That's 2, might be 3. We'll let production figure that one out. I'm not in charge of that. Giants coming out here for the onside, their last hope, and this is a textbook onside kick. Nobody from Dallas touches it. The outside lane doesn't want to make a play. They're sitting out there in hesitation land, and I don't know if it's a great kick or if it's just really bad special teams defense. Jesus Christ, Spyder. These NEFL games, they never disappoint, and to your point, I'd file that under both. I think it's a great kick and pretty bad special teams defense. First play on the drive, Barkley through the middle, getting a ton on the ground here. And for the most part, hasn't really done that today. So that's by far his best run. New York running no huddle. Clock winding down. Metcalf trying to get everything ready. And a fake to Barkley. Metcalf to the outside to the guy, McCringleberry. Would have actually liked to see him bat that down. That hurts them. They're going to have to burn that timeout. And that's just something that comes with time, something that comes with age. Learning the game situation. You see a Belichick coach team, a lot of the time, they'll just bat that down. They know the situation a lot better. They run the 2-minute drills to perfection. At least when Brady was there, I should say. Still got a good bit of work to do here. 2nd and 9. Off the edge, it's Micah Parsons with a big-time sack. Pushing them back, forcing them to use their final timeout. Oh, and this is the last thing you could take here. You can't take a sack, coach. You got to burn that timeout. Now you're pushed back even farther. We talked about there's some work left to do. Now there's even more work. Now you're working overtime. You're pushed out of field goal range, and you're sitting on a hope and a prayer. Metcalf rifling to the sidelines. A terrific catch by the Boy Meets World favorite, Mr. Matthews. That's going to put them in a makeable field goal situation here. Can they put it in? That's a whole nother question. Out from 47, snap, hold, perfect. The kick is money. Free footage again, Cannonball. This league never disappoints. If you're going to buy tickets to any game, buy them to the NEFL because you're going to get your money's worth, and most likely, you're going to get to see some overtime as well. Who's going to win the toss? It's the Cowboys. Bad news for New York. They've had so much trouble stopping them today. Going to have to dial up something new, maybe a little exotic. Not too exotic, though. Stay on these receivers. McMurray has been making a living throwing these short balls today. First play of overtime, stretch to Elliott. You know it's coming. It's a big part of this playbook, and this is the best I've seen the Giants play it all day. 2nd and 7, looking jet sweep, getting annihilated in the backfield. That never had a chance, and the Giants have them pushed back 3rd and 9. One play away from getting this rock back. Hudick directing traffic for this very crucial play. Now snapped, and another quick ball. CeeDee Lamb coming up with it on just kind of a shorter post. And we've said it all game. It's just these quick, these design, almost, I know it's usually a 3-step drop. It's almost even a 2-step drop, ball out. It's worked to perfection here today. Another ball for Elliott, just piling forward. Should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage. Comes out with 4. Another play out of shotgun here. I'm pretty sure we've seen McMurray run this earlier. You got Whiting in motion pre-snap, and a quick ball to Thompson. The defense is just, it's getting carved up. It's been surgical here. He's finding that hot guy right away every play. It's been a masterful performance out of McMurray in the passing game. Changing the play now. Hudick didn't like the look. Another snap from shotgun here, and testing the user, ball off target, getting boomsticked at the end, but he's definitely looking, Cannonball, at the user there. Yeah, absolutely. Nightblade's out there playing Kendricks. You mentioned the ball's off target, kind of threw him open there, but I think that Nightblade was just a little bit too far off. Even if the ball's on target, it's going to be a completion. And it's demoralizing to keep getting tested and keep losing like this. It's like at the YMCA. They give you the ball at the 3-point line and the other team goes, no, step off, let them shoot. That's kind of how it feels right now. A quick ball to Elliott, the user's just late. And man, it is looking bad for these New York Football Giants. 7 for 74 in the passing game for Elliott. It's been very respectable on the ground as well. Inside zone to Elliott, played tough. Getting back there for a 3-yard loss. Tatum finally making an appearance here on broadcast. And that's a big play. 2nd and goal, 10 yards away from the dub. Throwing to Whiting. He's got coverage all over him. Somehow comes down with it. Defender draped on him like a bathroom robe. Still comes up with it. Now 9 feet away, Cannonball. Can New York make a stop? Hudick from shotgun. Looking. Now slinging. Picked! It's Kevin McAllister, the Home Alone sweetheart.
Oh my God. Home Alone sweetheart, more like Home Alone hero. His second pick of the game, and by far Coach McMurray's worst read. I have no idea why he would throw this ball here. Everybody's in there. It's a sea of blue. But man, if you're Coach Nightblade, you're saying it just takes one. Give me one bad read, and we're going to take advantage of it.
Still a huge uphill battle here. I mean, he's on his own too. Gonna need, at the very least, 50 yards. There's not much time left. You're not getting anything with Barkley on first down.
Clock's still ticking, and we're huddling up here. Wonder if Coach Nightblade just wants to get out of here with this tie. You know, getting by the skin of his teeth. Metcalf deep in his own end zone, looking deep to Matthews, who he connects with. A 39-yard dart. And just like that, clock tick, tick, tick. But you're not going to need much more than this.
Saving those 2 timeouts, snap at 33, a play fake. Metcalf got some time, looking corner, looking McCringleberry, he gets forced out. Great defensive play. If he could have got those 2 feet in, they're already in field goal range.
And that's one of my favorite rule changes that the NEFL has made. Remember, there's a couple years there that you couldn't force receivers out. Like the most anti-defensive rule ever. Of course, that gets changed. Now you can just pick up a guy, kind of like he did to McCringleberry.
2nd and 10, Giants trying to complete the comeback. Looking crosser, and it's completed to Hill. Metcalf goes over 500 yards for the game now, and they are just within field goal range. It's about 53 from here.
53, and they're going to be able to run some more plays. It's going to be a stretch to Barkley to the outside, 1v1, getting out of bounds. Now a flag, and it's holding. Don't tell me this league isn't full of highs and lows.
Jesus Christ, Cannonball. We haven't seen laundry on the field all game. Now they choose to throw it. This league knows how to manufacture drama. Now backed up, 1st and 19. Another ball for Barkley, piling forward. He's going to get it all back. 12 seconds left. New York still one more timeout to try to inch this field goal a little bit closer.
Yeah, just very quickly, I hate the refs. I've always hated the refs. I hate these NEFL refs, these federales, trying to change the pace of the game. You know what they say, ball don't lie. Saquon erases the penalty. Metcalf, probably their last play here, tipped off the offensive lineman's head. Defensive lineman's head, I'm sorry. And that's one way to get CTE, brother.
They'd love to get even just 4 yards here, Cannonball. Get it under a 50-yarder.
Metcalf, the butt tap, now pointing at the ground. Finally snapped and getting this ball off. He's got him, Spyder! McClendon open at the side of the end zone. This game ends on a bomb. And how fitting is that in this offensive shootout?
Talk about a swing of events. You know, you're 3 yards away from losing the game. You yick it back there. You drive 98 yards yourself. You say, screw the kicker. I'll do this myself. Metcalf must have had 6,000 yards by the end of this game, and what a career he has ahead of him. Condolences to Coach McMurray. You played a great game, but this kid Nightblade, he got your number on this one.
I guess I'll hit Spyder's line. Thank you so much for watching. Always nice having you with us in association with the NEFL and these 2 wonderful coaches. Another banger. Thank you guys.
We out.